Good afternoon, and welcome back to Daily Dhamma, a letter to our children. I'm Dhamma Bum, and I'll be your guide for this guided meditation this afternoon. And Happy New Year. Today is January 2nd, and our meditation will be about humility and mindfulness. And Happy New Year to everybody. Today we're going to look at humility through mindful action. January and the first quarter, the themes are both humility. On Fridays, we usually make amends, repair relationships, restore our practice where need be. We'd encourage you to check out the description boxes. There will be a closed captions version with a transcript available probably tomorrow, probably not today. And again, the reason that we do guided meditation is in the hopes that participants will pick up enough motivation and enough tips about meditation to want to do it on your own bat, in your own home or garden. Just a reminder, meditation, the first half is samatha or serenity. We calm down and get into the groove. The second half is panya or wisdom. And first we get serene, then we wise up. Wisdom never arises from a mind in turmoil, so it always goes in that direction. And with that, on my mark. Please find yourself in a quiet spot, spine straight, shoulders back, chin lowered towards your chest. Let your hands rest in your lap or on your thighs. Close your eyes and mouth and imagine a ball of white light an inch or two, 3 to 5 centimeters beneath your nostrils. Inhale through your nose. Watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. Inhale through your nose. Watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. Just take smooth, natural breaths. Don't worry about the speed or how deep you're breathing. Just natural breaths for you as you breathe in through your nose. Watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. As outside thoughts intrude, which they will, gently brush them aside, thinking, no, that's not my business. I'm focused on my breath as it goes in through my nose, down past my heart to my stomach, and back out the same way. As usual on Fridays, we start with the Dhammapada, verses 3 through 6. Verse 3, he abused me, attacked me, defeated me, robbed me. For someone hostile like this, hatred does not end. 4, he abused me, attacked me, defeated me, robbed me. For someone not hostile like this, hatred ends. 5, for hatred never ends through hatred. By non-hate alone does it end. This is an ancient truth. 6, many do not realize we here must die. For those who realize this, quarrels end. So the Dhammapada teaches us that our thoughts shape our preoccupations, our moods, our obsessions. We meditate to calm our mind and tame our heart. Our thoughts lead to words, words lead to deeds. So we must be very careful about what we are thinking. Today we're going to look at humility as it relates to mindful action. Now we meditate to let things go. If we let go a little, we get a little serenity. If we let go a lot, we get a lot of serenity. And if we let go completely, that is, if we accept life completely on life's terms, we get complete serenity. We must be very careful in our meditation to not think too much. We need to talk a little bit about the human condition and the 5 khandhas, or clinging aggregates. And the 5 aggregates are our body, our feelings, our memories and perceptions, our thoughts, and our consciousness. And these are all impermanent, unsatisfactory, and not the self. We are taught that the 5 khandhas are like a lump of molten lead. We cannot touch it on the top, cannot touch it on the sides or the bottom. There's no place we can touch these transitory factors of our existence without burning ourselves very badly. So we look at them, see them for what they are, and let them go. As meditators, we have 3 duties. First is mindfulness. In this group, we focus on the light as it goes in through my nose, down past my heart to my stomach, and back out the same way. We also listen to the Dhamma talk, not to get attached, but to just let it wash over us. Remember, you can always go back tomorrow and read the transcript if there's anything that you missed. Our second duty is collectedness, or concentration. When outside thoughts intrude, we gently brush them aside, thinking, no, that's not my business. I'm focused on my breath. And our last duty is contentment. We have a responsibility to be content, to be at peace now. We cannot change what happened in the past. We can't change what we had for lunch this afternoon. We have no idea what will happen 10 seconds from now. So we focus on the now. And if we can be content now as we breathe in through our nose, back out the same way, if we can have a few seconds of contentment now, then we can have minutes of contentment when we're done with this practice today. You just stitch together these moments of mindfulness, and as if by magic, we look up and go, holy cow, I haven't had a mean, angry, resentful, fearful thought for the last 3 hours. How'd that happen? How indeed. And this is why we meditate. We want to focus on that. How did I remain peaceful? We start with a short time. We flex it up as we develop our powers of concentration. Now, as we move into the second part of our meditation, Panya, we look at these ideas, but without being attached. Look at them with cool eyes. If you get attached to it, let them go. Go back to focusing on your breath. And today we are looking at humility and mindful action as we consider the past week. Now, some of our interactions during the holidays might have been suboptimal, to say the least. And as we examine them, here are some questions to ask ourselves. One, when I look at my unsatisfactory interactions, am I minimizing my part and exaggerating their part? Am I blame shifting? Two, did I set myself up as a victim? I mean, did I have an attitude of entitlement? I deserve this, I deserve that. Did that lead to my expectations, which were not met? Third, was I expecting people to be something they are not? I mean, who did I think I was dealing with? Who did I think I am? And fourth, was I expecting perfection in this life? If I was expecting perfection, I forgot that expectations are resentments under construction. Why was I unhappy? Because I had expectations. Let them go. Now today, this will be a little bit different. We're going to focus on do's rather than don'ts. As I mentioned, our theme for this month is humility, and that is the theme for our first quarter. And humility is simply putting God, family, and our fellows before ourselves so we might be of maximum service. Other people have problems. Maybe we could help out. Maybe we could be useful. Humility is not thinking less of ourselves, but thinking of ourselves less. To be humble means having a servant's heart and to be glad about it. Doesn't mean being subservient. Humility is the pause. Humility is also the crucial ingredient in making the most of our errors, in right-sizing our expectations, and living in the now, the only time that we have. Now, mistakes, failure, pain are all unavoidable facts of life. That's true. But learning from them, that's a choice. We only suffer if we choose to wallow in the misery of our past or fret about our future. And that's just the second noble truth. The cause of suffering is attachment. If we feel restless, irritable, and discontent, it's probably because we are attached to some outcome. We look at it, see it for what it is, and let it go. Now, as with meditation, so it is with our daily life. So let's look at 8 aids to meditation. We usually do this on Monday, but this is the beginning of a year. We want to start out on the right foot. So when we are meditating and when we are going through our daily life this weekend, let's project loving feelings, metta with 2 T's, unconditional positive regard. Second, let's practice generosity of the spirit. That's not giving alms to the poor, it's giving the other person the benefit of the doubt. Third, let's practice kindness and helpfulness. Let's practice sati, which is mindfulness. This method that we practice in this group is called anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing. As we breathe in through our nose, watch it go down past our heart to our stomach and back out the same way. We practice sampajana, or self-awareness. Who am I? What am I doing here? Why am I here? What can I take with me? All of those are good questions. Let's seek panya, or wisdom. We examine our thoughts, we examine our mind, see it for what it is, and let it go. And finally, let's practice selfless service to all. If we are humble, we can cultivate mindful action through this selfless service. And we've got 4 points on that. First, selfless service means no thought of the outcome. That's beyond our pay grade. Outcomes belong to God, and God can be whatever you think it is. For Buddhists, it's good, orderly direction. For people with anthropomorphic gods, it's that God. If that sounds too wacky, how about grace over drama? That works. Nice and feminine, aspirational. If that's still too spooky, how about great universal spirit, Gus, Uncle Gus? So when we're having trouble, we can say, Uncle Gus, could you give me a hand on this? And Uncle Gus will help us out. Our second point is we row and Gus, Uncle Gus, steers. We sit in the front of the boat. Our hands are on the oar, and we row, and we row, and we row. And Uncle Gus guides us to the safe harbor where we belong. Third, let's practice unconditional love, not transactional love. We're not saying, solve my problems and meet my emotional needs, and maybe I won't abandon you. That's not what we mean. We mean unconditional love. And this leads to our fourth point about selfless service, which is compassion, not codependency. In other words, when we're talking with someone, we see their pain, we honor it, but we don't need to fix it. We don't jump in and start rearranging things for other people, other adults. Equanimity is not emotional blackmail. It's mutual, two-way respect for the divine spark within each of us. It's okay to love people who don't love us. That's not a problem. But our responsibility is to love others. Now, whether we're in meditation or we're considering our week, if a particularly strong thought intrudes on us, we imagine an old-fashioned telephone switchboard. And we reach up in our mind's eye, find the cord, and unplug it. And we return our attention to our breathing, thinking, no, that's not my business. I'm focused on my breath. And if the thought comes back on another line, we'd reach up and unplug that one too. We just focus on the now, on the breath, on the oneness of our existence. So as we go through this weekend, if you find yourself feeling restless, irritable, or discontent, take a breath, excuse yourself, go into the other room, close the door, sit down, put your earphones in, imagine a ball of white light an inch or two beneath your nostrils, and breathe in through your nose, watch it go down past your heart to your stomach, and back out the same way. Namaste. Okay. Thank you for coming, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. We'll meet again next Monday, January 5th at 8:45 a.m. And if you look at today's daily Dhamma, that's January 2nd, in that daily Dhamma reading, there are directions for logging in. And thank you to the person who put that in. You know who you are. We're not going to embarrass you by putting your name on the interweb or anything. But thank you very much. And hey, thank you, Glenn. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And go in peace. Namaste.